You may not think much of COVID-19 until it hits your family, and that's the message from a Black River Falls mom. She understands the cost of COVID-19, and tonight only on News 8 Now I introduce you to Margarita Hernandez and what her family lost. Things are closer than they appear. Small towns create this illusion.
We knew it was serious, but it's like, we didn't really see how, I guess, it would affect us, like, personally.
Margarita Hernandez and her family did not know the world's pandemic existed right down the road.
There's me and my significant other, Terry, and then there is Lillian, Layla, Keanu, Naya, Nua, and Crixus. We're a small family, so.
Small family.
Yeah.
They struggled with schedules and inconsistent routines with school.
It was hard kind of like adjusting to that for a while, like having all the kids home.
Things changed forever at her daughter's school.
Someone in her class had tested positive, so we ended up pulling them from school that day.
Their whole family received tests out of caution. Negative results came back at first.
Terry started getting really sick that night. It was a Thursday night.
Guys, it's actually not over.
You could call what Terry had symptoms. He would tell you he just could barely breathe. That Sunday, Margarita's battle began.
I wasn't feeling the greatest, but I thought I was just tired. I was 37 weeks pregnant.
The following week, she tested positive. The same story was true for Terry. Margarita and Terry experienced 9 days of this.
I felt like I was dying the whole time. I really did.
A few days later, she gave birth to baby Crixus.
Come here, honey.
Crixus is healthy, and Margarita thought their status quo returned.
I didn't know that my mom had actually started getting sick while we were in the hospital.
Her mom helped watch her kids in recent weeks and thought it was just a cold.
The day that I was leaving the hospital, she was being admitted into the hospital.
COVID-19 pneumonia. Doctors sent her to Gundersen. Her attitude was the only thing healthy.
She was in good spirits. I was making her laugh. She was making me laugh.
Then Friday came.
My sister had called and said that, I seen the ambulance actually go by, and they said that my dad wasn't doing too well and he wasn't breathing, so he was getting admitted, and he was totally mad. He was the type that didn't like going to the hospital.
Kathy White and Francisco Hernandez laid on opposite sides of Gundersen's hospital.
Hospital didn't know that they were married, actually.
December 1st is the day Margarita made a call to the hospital.
And they called me back and they said that my father had passed away earlier that morning.
This is the spot where she heard the news.
I just dropped the phone and I was in complete shock. I didn't know what to think. I didn't think it was real, My dad was only 59.
Doctors placed Kathy in an induced coma. Then a doctor told Margarita about her mom's reality.
I don't want to have to tell you this, but we're really just prolonging her death.
Doctors needed permission from Margarita's family.
So we had made the decision, maybe we'll just let her pass.
The bond they shared remains alive and strong. Kathy had 4 miscarriages before Margarita.
I was her miracle baby. She was my best friend. She really was.
Her sister paid a final visit to la-crosse, and they all video chatted with their mom a final time.
I still see her like that, and it scares me, because I never wanted to see my mom like that. It really hurts.
Crixus will never know his grandparents.
But they never got to meet him.
Doctors never took the vents off her mom. She passed on her own.
Maybe, she was waiting for us to send her off and tell her that, we would be okay. And
health guidelines didn't allow for a large funeral service. Saying goodbye was especially hard for her daughter, Layla.
She really loved her grandfather. She called him Choka. and that means Grandpa and Ho-Chunk. She grabbed onto him and she just started crying, and she was asking him, why did you leave me, Choka?
Their presence may be gone, their legacy lives on by the example they set.
They had hearts of gold. They would take their shirts off, their backs and give it to somebody if it needed me, I want to be like that.
33 years of marriage, Margarita finds comfort. They are together.
They loved each other more than anything in this world.
COVID-19's cost is forever etched in this family's memory.
Let Kiana go first. Hold your loved ones close and really appreciate time that you spend with them.
I'm talking about anything else.
I love you.
Yeah, in a small town or a big one, things are really closer than they appear.
It hurts when it hits home.
This is Jordan Fremstead, News 8 Now.
It really does.
Black River Falls. Now, Terry's mom, Lisa, stepped in during all of this, and Margarita says her children may have lost 2 grandparents, but she says their family gained an awesome one, and she's so thankful for the family that she has.